660 and 720. Till this zone we expected crude to continue its downtrend. Now let us see what happened after that. So after the price opening, you can see it is just a continuation of what happened on the previous day. The market is trying to consolidate and it is trying to just move up, and it is moving its best to test this 4560. So there was some failure and the market just took, you can see that after a long consolidation the market just came down and it took some support around 4520. You can go to back to the previous day's presentation and you can see this 520 is providing some support for crude market, and again after taking some support the market entered into one of the key resistance zone of 4560. So now let us see whether this has provided resistance or not. Yes, 4560 provided some resistance and pushed the market down. Again it is taking some support around these zones. So again the market is trying its best to test this 4560, and it is again a failure, so that the market was pushed down, and you can see it is a very long consolidation in crude market. So many times the market is trying to test this zone. You can notice that the market was quite successful in breaking 4560, but it couldn't sustain above that. A failure to sustain above that created a failure to sustain above this 4520 for 4560 is pushing the market down. So you can see what happened after that. So a failure to sustain. So many times the market is trying to hit 4560, and again the market has reached below 4520. You can see the market was supported by 4520, and at last it is a consolidation and the market closed around 4530. So when we see the entire price action, what happened on yesterday was that right from the price opening, you can see this 4520 is providing some support initially, and it is a great struggle between 4520 and 560. You can see the market was consolidating in his sideways direction. So because it is perfectly a consolidation with the trend, the market is trying to consolidate with the trend, having taking some resistance. How many times it is taking a resistance? You can notice that this 4560 is providing a lot of resistance, but also we cannot neglect the fact this 4520 is also providing a support. When we compare the entire price action, you can see it is a consolidation, but it was a consolidation with a downtrend. So this is what we call a consolidation with the trend. The market has consolidated, but it was purely dominated by the sellers. So the market was staying above the previous day's closing. Almost you can notice that the previous day's closing is around 4500, above 4520, and you can notice that it was completely staying and dominated but above the previous day's price closing. And also the other thing is, the important thing is that the market is struggling to stay above 4560. So what we can do for today is that the expected price opening is going to be somewhere around 4550 to 4540. This is based upon the NYMEX price direction. We are predicting the price opening, and it is also subjected to changes because nowadays the market is quite dependent upon the Indian rupee value also. So since we are posting and presenting these video presentations well before the currency and commodity market opening, so you can go back and after 9 o'clock you can see where the rupee is staying, and you can make some few adjustments in our price opening comparing with the NYMEX prices. So as far as of now, it is considered that the price is expected to open within this zone. So it is not going to be up opening above 4560. So it can be within 4550 to 4540, which still indicates that the market is more or less in line with the downtrend. There is no confirmation, even though there is a consolidation. You can see that the market is struggling to move down, but we can also see that the market is also struggling to move higher. Given the rupee factor, the market is struggling to move higher also. So what we can expect today is that today is again it is going to be an important day, since it is a Wednesday. You have a crude oil inventory report around 8 p.m. So that can give some clear price direction also. So what we can expect is that we don't trade and we don't go against the trend until we get a very clear trend confirmation. Then only we can go and bet against the trend. Till then we can stay with the trend, and the trend indicates it is down. So again there is no change in our strategy what we followed yesterday. Please we can go ahead and repeat whatever we followed yesterday. That is we can go for a selling till 4720. Again, you may notice that the resistance zone still remains the same: 4560, 620, 660 and 720. Whenever we are averaging, we also realize that hope we would have made some good profit till yesterday in crude market, because it was staying in line with the trend, and it is a word of caution because it is our responsibility to protect our profit also. Just use our exposure very properly, apply a proper money management technique so that it can provide you a good profit. And also, whenever you are averaging till the zone of around more than 100 points, please try to book profit for the average lots at regular time interval, because since the market has consolidated for a long time, whenever there is some buying pressure, it may move up quite easily, it may move up higher. But even though surely we can expect some drop, the crude will stay on the key resistance zones, and whenever you are getting 40-50 points profit, whenever you are averaging, try to book profit as the at key zones. Try to book profit for the average lots at regular time interval, and let that market enter into 4720, since this is going to be the key deciding zone for the trend in crude market. That is the reason we are targeting this 4720. So only after clearing this 4720 we can expect a crude to move higher, because we know that in IMAX the crude is staying around $79. See, it is a very huge drop in crude market. The market should put something above $80. It is struggling to move above $80. So we need a clear confirmation so that we can go against the trend. Again, we are saying that today you have crude inventory report around 8 p.m. Please closely monitor during the inventory report and go for an average and try to book profit for the average lots at regular time interval. That can help us to increase our profit, that is also to protect our profit and to minimize our loss. And the expected target zone, you can know it very well, 4460 in near term if the trend continues. So let us see what's going to happen during our trading session, and thanks a lot for watching our video and all your support. Happy trading, take care, bye.